All right. Sorry about that. First time I've been in the studio in a long time. We had to run outside real quick. Our friends from Ronald McDonald House popped over. They were the beneficiary of the Buzzbecue 2 weekends ago. And
2 weekends ago.
We needed to get a little promotional pick with them. We appreciate them. And, you know, we do it to help raise money for them, but we also do it because they've got the best volunteers going. It's a great organization.
What is it about unexpected movements
What happened?
that make you, like, lose your breath? I could work out for an hour straight, but me running up those stairs, I'm breathing heavy.
Wasn't unexpected. I knew it was coming.
Is that it?
I had a you were so good at getting me off topic. I had a live shot one time, dude, and it was hilarious. So I'm like, I forgot. I mean, like, I was lost track of time. I was working on my 6 o'clock piece, and it was 5 o'clock, and I had to get down there and do a stand-up, like a live thing in the studio. And, you know, Channel 7's not like 4 was or is.
Yeah.
We had to go downstairs.
Okay.
Like, you had to go down 2 flights of stairs to get down to the studio from the newsroom.
Oh, okay.
And I sprinted, and I was fat then.
Yeah, and you were just...
And I sprinted down the stairs, and I'm like, and the lady, there was a fire, and
have time to catch
she
your breath.
didn't get out. It was terrible. It was such a sad story, and it was a horrible performance. Horrible. One of my top 5. Oh, I'm sure it was on there, yes. Jason Peterson used to do the going away videos for people. I had so many horrible moments, and that was one of them. It was funny. Maybe 7-8 minutes. I don't remember. Jason
that's too long.
It's good. I had a lot of bloopers.
I guess as long as it's good. We had a going away party for Troy Lynch. You remember him?
Yep.
And somebody was responsible for the going away video, and it was all at my house. It was 13 minutes.
That's a long one.
Way too long. Yeah. And after about 3 minutes, people kind of stopped being interested.
Well, you got to really have a lot of good stuff for it to be good.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of really dumb moments.
Okay.
It's amazing I didn't get fired from television. I probably should have. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate you guys not firing me.
I'm right there with you.
Probably should have been fired from radio a couple times, too, but here we are.
I tell you, I cussed the other day on air.
You did not.
My bad.
Which word?
I slipped up the S word.
You said the S word?
I did.
I never did that.
I slipped.
I said, what did I say was the worst thing I ever said on the radio? I said, I did say the S word once.
See?
Joe Franklin was back here and dumped it for me. Thank God.
We missed it. We were searching. It was so. We were just deep conversation. We got it, man.
Oh, you said it on the radio. You didn't say it on KRK.
Oh, yeah, on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's no big deal. Oh, that's funny.
It's a lot. I said, Chris said, how'd you do that? You're on TV every day, 9 years, never. It's just different environment.
It is. It's loose.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Is that what it is?
I mean, there are times where I've said stuff, then I was like, oh, what did I just say?
Yeah.
Did I say? Oh, no. Shoot.
It's tough.
You can tell by when you look around the room if you said something real weird.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to get it. Anyway, here's the thing. A couple things. Let's just get to it. We got a busy show, short show, 2 hours, and then we're handing it off to the Razorbacks. Pregame starts at noon. First pitch should be around 1:15, I'm thinking. They're going to do an extended pregame.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That's on Phil Elson and company to deal with, not for us. So we're going to hand it off at noon, and then they can do what they want beyond that. Is that your brand new shirt?
You like
One
it?
of your two?
Feels good,
Looks
doesn't
good.
it? Looks good.
Looks
right?
good. Yeah, I'm glad you could bust it out.
Yeah.
The blue one was sharp looking, too.
You saw me wear the blue one?
No, but Chuck showed me the picture of the shirt.
I really like the blue one.
I do, too. It's Pops.
Blue one's good.
I don't know what shade of blue that is, but it's nice. Christian and I have the same baby blue one. That one's got a little. It's like an electric blue. I like it.
I don't like the baby blue. I wouldn't say mine's electric blue.
He was just telling me how
you
dumb
like
you
the
look.
Baby? Oh, he's wearing it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I take that back. It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my skin tone, baby blue's not it. You know, I don't know why. It's just not for me. I'm more like dark colors, green pops.
Green's my deal.
Yeah.
I like green.
Okay.
It was funny when I was in California this weekend. My aunt was like, "You have hazel eyes." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You're one of only 3 people in the family that do." But my license is brown. But she was so intrigued by this. She's like,
they put hazel on a license?
Yeah.
Oh.
My uncle's got hazel eyes and my aunt has hazel eyes and I do too. But sometimes they look more green than other days.
Yeah.
Most of the time they look brown. But anyway, she was so fascinated. I'm 50 years old. You just notice this?
Yeah.
Like I lived with you for a whole summer. You didn't notice?
Were your eyes a feature that a lot of the girls like growing up?
Wasn't my smart mouth most of the time. Tell you that much.
Got to be the eyes. When I was in Green Bay, we were boys. The boys would go out. We were single and just being boys.
Yeah.
We'd go out. The worst person ever to go out with was Randall Cobb. The worst.
Pretty eyes?
Oh, my gosh. He has like the super green, but they're super bright. They're so distracting. Like if you were to talk to him, that's the only thing you'd be able to look at. Yes. And, like, it's just we stood no chance. He always got first pick. Always.
First pick.
Always. All they say is, oh, my gosh, are your eyes real? I'm like,
and then DJ would roll his right out of his head. Yes. Anyway, as much as I'd like to talk about how cute Randall Cobb is, Joe Kleine will join us in studio. His eyes are darling as well. We're going to talk some Corky's barbecue. Chris Curry's coming up on the hour. I guess I should call him the Ohio Valley Conference Coach of the Year.
That's
Chris
right.
Curry will join us at the bottom of the hour as Little Rock gets ready to begin its trek towards hopefully an OVC tournament title, which is very meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side, the Arkansas SEC tournament
means nothing.
Or does it? That's the question of the day today. Would you like to see Arkansas win the SEC tournament, yes or no? I heard some comments from Dave Van Horn yesterday, which surprised me regarding that. We're going to hear from him coming up in a second. And we also have a live report from over in, and I put it on the wrong time, Chris. I don't know why I did that. 10:45 is what that should be.
Why would someone say no?
I'll tell you why. Evan Kamikow is going to join us from Pig Trail Nation. He is over there live, part of your crew over there, DJ.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to. Oh, Joe must not have thought I was here today. Brought lunch. Thank you, Joe. Evan's going to join us coming up, though. And, again, we're going to thank all our great sponsors when we get to that point. Kevin Kelley's in studio. Joe Kleine, Kevin Kleine.
My long-lost uncle.
And entertainment birthdays. We're going to squeeze it all in. Then we're going to hand it off at noon to the coverage from Learfield. So there you go. Hi, Joseph. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Here's why you don't want to win, DJ,
Yeah.
because you have to play too many games, use too many pitchers, and burn through too many guys. And so we want to get rest. So you want to maybe win a game, maybe two. I don't know that you want to burn through the whole
I think
thing.
you win two, and then I like the single elimination thing now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what it is?
Because before it used to be brutal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was like ridiculous what they had to go through.
Especially
if you lost.
The first round,
Is there?
it's single elimination the first round, it's double elimination beyond that. So, yeah. So then they go back to single elimination when you get to the semis. So it is weird. So, like, if you get to the semis with no losses and you lose, you're out. But if you get to and then the teams that lost yesterday are done.
Okay.
So it's double elimination at different points. So Arkansas is in a double elimination position, and if they win or lose, obviously their next game is, and then if they win, it's another double elimination game, and then the single elimination beyond that. So anyway, by the time they get to Saturday, it's single elimination. So Arkansas could potentially lose today, and then they would obviously play tomorrow. So anyway, play your little games, Joe. I'm trying to do a show over here, okay? Anyway.
Little irritation there. I saw it.
I'm just trying to explain what the hell is going on. You guys are over here playing grab ass.
I saw it.
It doesn't take long. Usually you got to wait. It's very distracting. I don't know if you've ever tried to do a radio show when people are dicking around, but it's really distracting. Sorry.
Got under the skin. I like it, man.
Can we stay there? I got a question to ask.
Sure. Go ahead. By all means.
What is there a team that needs to win the SEC tournament? Would it do anything for them moving forward?
Anybody who wins it is in.
Automatic. So they would need to win?
Did we figure what was our final count on how many teams people think are going to get in? And then who is on the cusp of missing? Because we went through there are a couple teams that are around 500 that obviously want to assure themselves a chance to get into the NCAA, and they could do it with a win. So there you go. Okay.
So where's Alabama? They were right. Are they cusp? They're still.
So Arkansas is playing South Carolina today. It's a team that Arkansas played earlier in the season. You may remember in April, Arkansas won 2 out of 3. They won the first game and the third game. Remember they ended up playing a doubleheader on the second day, I think, because of weather. Here's Dave Van Horn on the Gamecocks matchup.
We won a couple of games there. Some tight games, we only know what we know. I guess they're solid. They've maybe struggled a little bit the last couple of weeks, but they're very talented. They have some really good arms. It's hard to say who they would throw against us, but at this time of the year, you just kind of play and go from there.
Anyway, so I just worry about, we've always worried about this, like burning through too many guys, and it just depends how many games you play. But Arkansas, let's just say, worst case scenario, could lose today or tomorrow. You play 1, 2, 3, 4. You could play 5 games. Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
Is there ever a situation where Hagan would come in as a reliever?
I don't think so.
That doesn't work like that? No.
I think once you get to the NCAA's,
That's what I'm saying. Is there like where
for sure.
pitch them like maybe 4 or 5 innings and then see if you need them day 3 to be a reliever? Is that how that works?
I don't know what Dave Van Horn's plan would be for regionals. Like it depends on the matchup, I assume. But if you're playing the worst team in your regional, which is likely, and let's just say it's the New Jersey Institute of Technology again, right? And they squeaked in by winning their conference tournament. Then, yeah, maybe you throw off and then you use him later on. But I would think, yeah, if you want to try to use him twice, any possibility of even throwing him an inning later, you got to use him on day one. You're not going to throw him on Saturday for 5 innings and then try to squeeze in an inning out of him on the next day. I don't remember him relieving.
Can relievers pitch every day?
Not every day.
Not every,
no.
but like in a
Yeah,
3-game series?
Definitely a couple times. I don't know. Could you get an inning out of a guy over maybe? I don't know. You don't see it very often.
Cops used to.
I'm saying
Used to feel like Cops pitched
Every day.
every day.
what's
He pitched
more
on some days he
beneficial?
didn't pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't play.
what's more impactful? Dude like Hagen or a dude like Cops?
Well, Hagen's Hagen's been a
starter. I don't
virtual
know.
guarantee win every
Yeah.
time. So, yeah, Cops is so versatile. You could do all kinds of neat stuff with him.
So
You could start him in 5 minutes. You could do them both ways. I think Hagen could be the same guy. I don't know how comfortable he is coming out of the pen, but I mean,
So are you answering the question?
they're both basically.
I
if
mean,
they-
you can do it, but I don't think it'd be wise because of what you just said. It's something he hasn't done.
Right.
So you're kind of rolling the dice.
I just think either guy could give you a 5 or 6 inning outing and then come back and throw another inning 2 days later if you needed it. Hopefully, Arkansas is not in that position, and they certainly won't do that at the SEC tournament. He did come off the bench some. Okay. Huh. I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Anyway, he's only started this year and he's 9-0. So there you go.
Smoke.
He's had a few really good performances that ended up in no decisions. So there's that. Ben Bybee is your starter today for Arkansas.
Coach Hobbs and I just decided to start him. I think that Brady hasn't thrown for a while. Ben threw the other day and threw the ball over the plate, threw pretty well. And, you'll probably see Brady sometime this week. Hopefully we win some games and get into it a little bit and get to use them all.
Get to use them all. Did you hear that? He wants to use everybody.
Run through them.
Yeah, but that's weird. Like
Yeah.
I think you probably want to get everybody a little work, but I guess I hadn't thought that maybe. I guess that you would want to use. Yeah, you're going to see some guys you haven't seen throw a lot of innings or significant number of innings probably do that. Again, all kinds of weird stuff could happen. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Would you like me to solidify this argument?
Doesn't matter.
They're doing experimental things at the SEC tournament. So for most of the teams, because the SEC is so good in baseball and so many teams are going to qualify for regionals anyway, they're adding a second base at first base to run over. I don't know
The orange bag,
yeah.
like they used to do in Pee Wee.
I think it's yellow maybe, though. But yes, secondary bag.
What's the point of that?
So there's no collisions at first base, and the first baseman can comfortably put his foot back and not worry about getting run over. I honestly, Christian, Joe, you watch a lot of baseball. You watch the Royals. And if any team's going to run into people, it would be the Royals.
Not this year.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Very rare do you see, to me, you don't hardly ever see it. Well, that's true. They're not going to put a double bag in there. But you're trying to take guys out in that case. Anyway. Yeah, maybe we should do a second bag there. Here's Dave Van Horn on the double base. Exhibition. Experiment. Whatever you want to call it.
I've known for a while, probably, I don't know, a month maybe. I like it. As a matter of fact, at our workout today here in a little bit, that'll be the first thing that I do is go over the rules. There's not a lot of rules, but there's some that you need to know. When you use the outside base, every time on a batted ball thrown in the infield, you have to hit we'll call it the green base because that's what it is here. Sometimes they're orange. On the initial play, the first play, you use the outside bag, but then plays after that, if there's an overthrow or something, then you've got to use the white base. If there's a strike 3, the defender can use either base if the ball draws him to the foul side of the base, and the batter runner can use the inside bag. So there's just a few little things that the guys need to really know.
Chris, you might want to check your settings. I know Josh had some issues on the morning show, and I just saw a post on the live feed that they're not hearing you very well or not hearing you at all. So We're hearing you fine. And over the air, it's fine. And so I don't know what's going on with the stream, but there's got to be something in the setup in there. But if you can figure it out, cool. Again, going to talk to Chris Curry bottom of the hour. We're going to hear from our friends over at Pig Trail coming up live from Hoover. We will be live in Fayetteville a week from Friday for regionals. Arkansas will be hosting a regional, regardless of the outcome.
We're going to be there?
We are going to be there.
In person?
Yes, live.
That's how live works.
I mean, I'm going to be there.
When is it?
A week from Friday.
So Friday.
Friday.
See what I can do.
Okay. If you can't be there, you can be here, and I'll be there.
I'd rather be there.
I would like for you to be there, too.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, so regional coverage start next week. We'll be up there all over it, and then hopefully super regional coverage too. It'd be very disappointing for this team to go out in the regionals, but it would also add a little gasoline to the fire of people who are down on this team despite all the success this year because they're concerned. And there are some things that are concerning, admittedly. But again, I need to see Arkansas against not the best teams. Let's see them against teams like South Carolina.
Good point.
If Arkansas doesn't get any
SEC is
hits,
brutal.
if Arkansas doesn't get any hits today against this guy from South Carolina who's got a losing record, I'll be worried. Until then, let's wait. All right. So last night in the NBA, a classic in the East. Christian, our secondary question of the day could be: did the Pacers blow it, or did the Celtics make enough plays to win? Okay.
Pacers absolutely blew it. They blew it. They blew a 2.0 into a breathalyzer.
Let me ask you this. If you are up 2 with the ball in your hands, up 3 with the ball in your hands, 10 seconds left. Out of 100 chances for an NBA team, how many times out of 100 with 10 seconds left and possession of the ball does that team win the game?
Up 3?
Up 3 with the ball, 10 seconds to play.
98.
That's what I think. So for those who missed it, the inbound play went awry, went off the hands of Siakam and out of bounds. Then he defended well in the corner, almost fouled Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown hit a very difficult shot to force overtime.
Tatum trying to get free. Throwing in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the 3. Bang! Bang! Jaylen Brown knocks down the 3 to tie the game.
I told Christian I saw a slow-mo of that, and it appeared to me that the ball kissed off the glass. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
It looked to me like it kissed off the glass. Regardless, it is a very difficult shot in that situation with a guy in your face. I thought in a lot of cases Siakam might have been called for not giving him space to land. So it was as closely guarded as you can get there without fouling.
Yeah, I mean.
He had his hands down, though, all right?
Yeah, he was trying not to foul. Yeah, I mean.
Would you rather make sure he doesn't make the 3-pointer? Make him hit 3 free throws? Would you rather have him make 3 free throws?
You know, I thought that too. I mean, again, I agree with you. You'd like it in a perfect world. Get your hands up. Just try to stay vertical.
Would you have fouled there? I saw some people suggesting online. I don't think I fouled there.
LeBron said he would.
With 5 seconds left?
It's when a guy kisses one off the glass from the corner, you're like fouling.
They also got a horrific last possession too, I would say. They didn't have a lot of time to work with, but they got a really bad last possession too.
And not only with the turnovers, they had 2 shots they took that were stupid. with about a minute 15 left, Siakam, it's 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're up. Pulls up with 10 seconds left on the shot clock for a mid-range 3. And then Halliburton, step back 3, up 3, step back 3 with 15 seconds to go after that possession. I mean, it's just, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? You know, I mean, it's
What are we doing, DJ?
I mean,
Put it on a shirt.
That's 25 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get a shot, that's 25 seconds off the clock.
That game's over if you just don't do that.
You know, and then I agree with Carlisle. I mean, I didn't get why he didn't call timeout there with 2 timeouts. And again, I think what you saw there, I think a more veteran team, a team with more experience, somebody taking the ball out would have been like, look, I'm not risking this. I'm going to call timeout. So I mean, I think a little inexperience showed there with the players, but again, Carlisle's, you got to call timeout there. You have to call timeout. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this morning. Joe said they had 2.
Yeah, I think they had 2. I think they had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, that was a. Yeah, they got to foul you.
He fell on his sword.
No, he took the heat.
But it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. I would rather they.
And he's a hell of a coach. I mean, he's a hell of a coach. But they
blew it.
They blew it, man. I mean, they gave him a gift.
Well, I love the way our guys fought in this game. This loss is totally on me. With 10 seconds in regulation, we should have just taken the timeout, advanced the ball, and found a way to get it in and made a free throw or two and ended the game. But it didn't happen, and we made some other mistakes. But our guys just need to concentrate on fighting the way they fought in this game from start to finish, and we'll be back Thursday.
They're good though. I think they're better than they can score, man. I mean, they've shown it.
I think I saw stats. Only the third time this year the Celtics have won when giving up 100 points.
I mean, they can. Now they can't.
That may be in the playoffs, but that's
you, me, and DJ and Christian would get 100 on them. You know?
No defense, huh?
Yeah, they don't.
There's no way that they give up. Yeah, that's
but
right.
I mean, Boston's defense wasn't much better last night. So, but again, they can score. I mean, they can. I think all these games are going to be relatively tight because I don't think they're going to go away with their ability to.
I think we all felt like they were a little vulnerable with Porzingis out, and they hadn't exactly been, killing people. So
yeah, no,
that was their chance. That was a blown opportunity.
Indiana, they attacked the paint, and
why didn't they attack the paint in the last possession?
Yeah, I know.
They're floating around the perimeter, and Halliburton throws up a bizarre. Just an impossible shot.
There's really no rim protection with Boston.
Yeah,
really.
Anyway, missed opportunity to say the least. We won't miss our opportunities today, though. By goodness, we're gonna be here till. All the way till noon, we're going to go a full 2 hours, Joe. So really, really grinding. This is how the afternoon shows feel. They get off early a lot. I think the morning show gets their show impacted like once every 5 years.
That's it.
Does Randy have to come on after the game?
Yeah.
Oh, little turn of the tide.
They'll Out of Bounds will miss most of their show, if not all, and Drive Time will miss maybe just a little bit, but they'll do at least a couple 2.5 hours, I would think.
Oh man.
We were at Max Prairie Wings yesterday, or we weren't at Max Prairie Wings yesterday. We will be at Max Prairie Wings soon enough if you're looking for outdoor goodies, and it is that time of year. Also, if you've got a graduate, you have one graduating?
He just graduated last weekend.
I didn't get an announcement, so he didn't get a gift from me. Sorry. Will. Get you next time.
Can arrange that.
When you go to grad school, we'll take care of you. All you got to do is pop down to Stuttgart if you want to get something great for the graduate in your family or friend group. Even if you get shunned from the announcement list, you can still get them something nice. And they'll personalize it for you. Custom embroidery, vinyl, and laser engraving, including company logos. Joe, you could get a whole bunch of cool stuff with Corky's logo on there. Right there in the store on hundreds of products, clothing and gifts, Yeti cups, gun cases, so much more. One of a kind, personalized gifts for the graduate in your life. Stop by and see him or go online to maxpw.com. Also, great things for the outdoors this time of year, fishing rods to guns and casual summer clothing. It's all at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Check out their website or go by and see him in Stuttgart. The OVC Baseball Coach of the Year is Chris Curry. He's standing by. We'll talk to him on the Brandon Moving and Storage hotline after this.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday morning. Call Morning Mayhem and let them know how you feel about how they did. One sentence and one sentence only.
This is SportsCenter.
A Game 1 thriller in the Eastern Conference Finals last night between Boston and Indiana. It was the Celtics rallying and taking out the Pacers in Game 1, 133-128. Jason Tatum, 36 points and 12 rebounds, including 10 points in overtime to help the Celtics get the win. Jaylen Brown had 26, including the game-tying 3 in regulation. Coming up tonight, Game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves, 7:30. You can catch that one on TNT. The Timberwolves are a 4-point favorite. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Bradford Marine and ATV's Memorial Day celebration is here. Hit the lake today in the Ranger RT 188P bass boat with 115 horsepower Mercury and $3,500 in discounts, or step up to the Ranger Z520R with 250 horsepower Mercury with discounts over $10,000. Family fun awaits with the Ranger Riata Pontoon 223C with savings of over $6,000. Don't miss the Memorial Day sale now at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Your authorized Ranger dealer.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewski's Thursday night karaoke at Brewski's downtown. So whether you're the next singing sensation or you just want to have some fun and laugh, come on down to Brewski's. The stage is set for you and our great drink specials all night long. $4 22-ounce domestic drafts and $3 Plinko shots. That's every Thursday. The fun starts at 9 p.m. That's Brewski's downtown. So come hang out with us, bring your friends, meet some new ones. Every Thursday night, it is karaoke downtown Brewski's. You're home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Quality Outdoor Products in Alexander, your metal roofing superstore, has a brand new showroom. Take exit 126 off I-30 and visit with Cal about a new carport or metal building. 40-year colors are available at only $289 a foot. 20-year colors are $259 and Galvalume runs $249. Trim and accessories are always available. Take exit 126 in Alexander or call Cal at 501-455-0240 about a new carport, metal building, or metal roofing supplies.
Roger Scott for Gravely Moors, working hard once again, making sure my lawn is lush, weed-free, and beautiful. By working hard, I mean, of course, I'm watching Bradley Owens mow it for me. Bradley, tell the good folks hello.
Well, hello.
That's enough right there, my good man. Pay attention, you missed a spot. What he didn't tell you is that you can take your very own Gravely Mower home today at 0% interest over 48 months. That's right, 0% interest on both residential and commercial mowers. Now, Bradley, tell them where you can go get your very own Gravely Mower.
Well, you can...
I'll finish it for you at Chapel Hardware in Pine Bluff or Hoco Turf in Rowland.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
There ain't no man can't save me. There ain't no man can enslave me. Ain't no man, a man that can change the shape my soul is in. There ain't nobody here who can cause me pain, erase my fear, cause I got only love to share. If you're looking for truth, I'm proof, you'll find it there.
It is 10:36, I'm sure of it. And they are, our guarantee, already having some fun at Oaklawn. I haven't looked at the odds to win the SEC tournament, the OBC tournament, or any of these other tournaments out there, but I'm sure there are opportunities for you if you are someone who likes to wager on such things. We're about to talk to somebody who ain't going to do any of that, but he's excited for his team to have a chance to win, that's for sure. Anyway, if you head down to Oaklawn, there is obviously a lot to do this time of year. No live racing, obviously, but there's plenty of racing around the country, and you can simulcast wager on it, or you can use your Oaklawn Anywhere account. The Oaklawn Sports app, of course, is great for the NBA playoffs, NHL, if you're into that kind of thing, darts, cricket, whatever, and, of course, baseball. It's that time of year. It's easier than ever to get your money in there, too, with Venmo and Apple Pay, and there's great entertainment coming to Oaklawn soon, too. Get your tickets now. Gin Blossoms, John Michael Montgomery, Aaron Lewis, all for sale at Oaklawn.com. And, of course, we've got the Astro Spa, great restaurants, and so much more. Go visit our friends in Hot Springs. You'll be glad you did. All right, 10:37. Let's run over and check in with Chris Curry, the Ohio Valley Conference Coach of the Year. Little Rock claiming its first conference title in the OVC, and he is joining us now. Coach, congratulations to you and your team and your other honorees. We'll go through that list in a second here, but obviously a lot of anticipation and excitement for your team this week.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. It's been a fun 2 weeks, and I think you got Joe there. I think I may have heard him before the break. So, hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Great to see you.
Chris, good to talk to you, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Great job.
As you know, you don't throw a pitch. I don't have an at bat. So it's all about good players, and that's the staff award, in my opinion, Coach of the Year. But very, very humbled. But, we're excited. We played our best ball down the stretch, and I think any coach would tell you that is the goal, is to be playing your best down the stretch. That's what makes me most proud of these guys, is in the big moments with the most pressure. Preseason we were picked number one, and that was a whole new deal for us. We've always been underdog, low expectations as far as championships when we were back in the Sun Belt. And then now the expectation is to not just finish well, but win the league. And so that was different. And so we had that kind of target on our back, and we carried it the entire year. We were either tied for first, leading by a game. We were in a race all year long.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the games got really big, they stepped up.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the parity with Jackson through the season, Coach, and guys are underway now. It's an interesting format, and fortunately for your team, you don't play until tomorrow, but you get multiple games at this tournament in a single day. And so the teams that are playing today are going to play more than once if they win, correct?
Correct. So the best way to think about it is that the Ohio Valley is a one-bid league, and so they do a great job of protecting their top two teams from the regular season. So if you'll think of it as kind of two tournaments in one. So this first part is kind of a play-in part. And so right now, Tennessee Martin and Tennessee Tech are playing in a do-or-die single-game elimination, and they'll play tonight again, the winner of this morning game, against the 4 seed, Southern Indiana, in a single-game do-or-die. And if you make it past this portion, then you've played yourself into the double elimination 4-team portion, which starts tomorrow, if that makes sense.
You guys could have to play as little as 3 games or as many as 4, correct? I guess to win the tournament, which obviously propels you into the NCAA tournament. Is that correct?
Correct. The way it's set up is three wins, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday would do it. That's right.
Okay. So your team, as far as the way you guys are playing, what do you like about what's happened with the group right now?
Well, you alluded to it. The difference, Jackson Wells, in the biggest game of the year, which was the game that we clinched at least a share of the conference title last weekend, pitched his best game. He pitched the end of the 7th inning. He looked different. He looked like himself. He had command of 4 pitches. There was just a different presence about him, and he told our pitching coach, Brady Cox, he said, I don't care. I don't care about anything with my mechanics or, how my year has gone. I'm going to let it all go, and I'm just going to attack. And after the first inning, we knew that there's our guy. And so to have, in potentially to win 3 games and win the tournament, that's essentially a weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
The weekend rotation. And so Hosh Brewer will go tomorrow morning. He's our first-team all-conference pitcher, backed up by Jacob Weatherly, our closer, who was pitcher of the year, which is a rare honor for a reliever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, game number 2, you got Jackson Wells, who's coming off his best start of the year. And then Jack Kleine, the number 3 starter, stepped into that role with about 5 weeks left. And so to answer your question, that's been the part that's really, really made me confident about how we're playing. And then our offense, which probably underperformed the first 3/4 of the year, scored 40 runs or so in the last weekend and like 95 runs the last 2 weekends. And so all those older hitters that we thought would really do some damage all year long kind of looked like the hitters we expected them to be the last couple of games.
Yeah, it is interesting. So as far as Jackson goes, and we have talked to him over the last couple of weeks about this, it has been coming. I mean, the signs have been there as far as his performance goes and the success he's had, and it's been maybe not what he was used to from last year, but it looks like the last few weeks, to your point, it's been coming along. What's the biggest difference from last year to this year in your mind, Coach? Is it, an additional year of scouting? Is it people sort of expecting or knowing what he likes to do? What were the biggest differences in his performance, or was it strictly on his end?
I think you hit the nail on the head, Justin. And, Joe, you can understand this as well. He leads all of NCAA in ERA last year. I mean, even ahead of Paul Skeens. Now, we understand that he was not in, the same conference. We get all that, but he still did it. And that was new to him. I mean, Jackson has not been his entire life the front of the pack guy. He's been a late bloomer, and so that was new. Handling success can be more difficult than handling failure. And so there was all these expectations. He went out this summer, last summer, to a facility and tried to do some things with his delivery to make himself better. And everybody wants to get better, right? But maybe got him a little off time, a little off sequence with his delivery, and then he had mono in the fall, and so he wasn't able to compete in our games. and then a little arm trouble coming out of the spring. So he's kind of been behind just 5, 6, 7 weeks in his ramp up back to the spring, and so it kind of looks like finally now he's getting back into mid-season form just a little later than we thought. But hey, now is the best time, right?
That would be the case. Offensively, Coach, you had 3 guys, I think, offensively that made all-conference. And, again, these were guys we were expecting to be big for you. I mean, certainly Nico was a guy we talked about in the preseason, and Luke Pechtold, who has, been a factor for a while. But how about Jake Wright, too? Your second-team catcher, and as a guy that played the position, I know that's got to be particularly satisfying for you.
It is because, no disrespect to Jake, but he was brought in as just to add depth at the catcher position. Originally from Bryant, played linebacker there, just a good athlete. I'll give you a throwback name. I would compare him to like a Jason Kendall, who was a catcher for the Pirates in the 90s, but he could run and hit leadoff. And so Jake hits leadoff for us. I don't know how many times you hear about a catcher hitting leadoff, but he can run. He's athletic. He can really throw and receive, which is all we expected out of him initially. We didn't really care about the bat because he was such a great defender. And then last year, the bat wasn't that stellar. He'll tell you that. The numbers bear that out, but the defense was stellar. Well, now this year he's put it all together. And he's hit well over 300. There's some homers in there, big hits. His on-base percentage, it reminds me of that Moneyball scene where they're in the scouting room and you said, why do we want him? Because he gets on base. And that is Jake Wright.
That's it.
Jake gets on base. Jake gets on base, and so that's why he's sitting up there at the top. And he will steal you a base here and there when needed.
Why do we like him, guys? I'm gonna keep pointing at him. If you don't, he gets on base. So, of the possibilities,
Correct.
Tennessee Tech, UT Martin, Southern Indiana. You got 2 you swept and 1 you won. UT Martin 2 out of 3, Coach. For your team right now, any particular matchup you feel great about or no?
No, it's really about the pitching and who you're going to see on the mound, and that is the beauty of the way this tournament is set up. Is like right now I'm watching the Tennessee Martin Tennessee Tech game, and they're both throwing their aces well into the 7th inning.
Okay.
And so you're going to skip those guys.
Yep.
And then tonight, Southern Indiana, who also pitches very well, they're, of course, going to throw their ace. So, what you're hoping for is an 18, 19, 20 game,
absolutely
20 inning game,
right?
And they use all their pitchers.
Right.
But I don't see one as that much different than the other. The ballpark here at Marion, it's a minor league park. It's an equalizer. It's a big yard, and so pitching and defense become more of a premium.
Last thing I was going to ask you, we were talking about this earlier related to Hagen Smith, and you hopefully will, again, play just 3 games, Thursday to Saturday. If Haas throws day 1 and you get in a pickle Saturday, is there a scenario where you use him potentially?
Potentially, and that's a big question mark. Of course, he's a senior, and getting to a regional would be absolutely huge for us. And so he would have a day off, and his bullpen day is technically 2 days after his start. And so we'll see how taxing his innings were, how many pitches he threw, how he feels. But if we get to the championship game and we're 2-0, then we would have to be beat twice. And so I would say in the first game, if it came down to using Haas and bringing him back, we would probably not do that. If we had to win a second championship round, being his bullpen day, then you might be able to use him. But
Gotcha.
It's all hands on deck when you get that late in the season.
3 and out, baby. Go get her done. Coach, good luck to you. We'll talk to you next week.
I appreciate it, Justin and Joe. Thanks, guys.
All right, always great. That's Chris Curry, DJ Williams, Christian Weaver.
It's okay.
Justin Acri.
We're chopped liver, Christian.
Joe Kleine.
I come in here.
It's okay. I get it. Y'all are boys.
He's more interested. You were digging in on brisket. You didn't have time to be asking questions.
I was thinking, too, Joe brought in the brisket mac and cheese. I can't get over how good the mac and cheese is from Corky's. It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal, Joe. How y'all make that? You make that?
Got
It's
up
real.
this morning.
This morning, huh?
Cut the noodles.
Oh, that was you? Oh,
when you were working out, rolled them.
Nice. Let's put that in
Evan's
work.
standing by. We got to hustle over to Hoover here in a second.
Well, let's talk about, we were talking to coaches and talk about baseball, about trying to win some championships. You know what you get when you win a championship?
Ring?
A ring. And now I know if you're not playing baseball and you can't get a ring that way, I got another option for you. Just go see my friends at Jones & Son. They'd be more than happy to take care of you, but they're a little bit more in the engagement ring world. That is, they got one of the best selections of diamonds when it comes to the game. The best quality diamond you're going to find at a fraction of the price. They got a best price match guarantee as well, and a custom couture line. They got it all. Any design you want, they can make. They got Vahan, Viraggio, and Michael M. Just go see them. They've been at the same place, Justin, for 35 years because they're good at what they do. 11121 Rodney Parham Road. Go see my friends at Jones & Son. Ask for Jacob.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket.
Paid for by Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Abraham Lincoln tells of a Southern Illinois preacher who, in the course of his sermon, asserted that Jesus was the only perfect person the world had ever seen. At this, a person rose in the back of the church. She was a rather frazzled-looking lady who said, "I know of a perfect woman, and I've heard of her every day for the last 6 years." Who was she?" asked the minister. "My husband's first wife." "Well, everyone's fighting a battle, my friends, and there are no perfect people, even that guy's first wife. You will always be welcomed as a friend at Doublebee's with a warm welcome to Doublebee's, because we are here to make your day a little easier and your path a little brighter. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell from Bell Chevrolet, and I want to tell you the real reason it's better at Bell. Our people, our family, and our community that drives us to be the best. We're proud to offer our biggest inventory and lowest prices on every single vehicle, from the all-new Silverado to the all-electric Chevy Equinox. We're going to find you the perfect vehicle with a buying experience like nowhere else. Our commitment is to you every day. Shop Bell Chevrolet and BellChevrolet.com today. Together, let's drive.
Connor has cash. Once again, Connor has cash at the Pickles Gap Weapon Shack in Conway. Connor will buy your used weapon, or he will buy your entire collection. Once again, Connor has cash, and he wants to buy your used weapons at the Pickles Gap Weapon Shack, Highway 65 North in Conway.
Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback. Coverage of the SEC baseball tournament from Hoover, Alabama is brought to you by Sissy's Log Cabin, Oaklawn Hot Springs, and Edwards Food Giant.
All right, we're going to head over in 2 seconds. Talk to Evan Kamikow from Pig Trail Nation, working with our friends at KRK, covering the SEC tournament. We'll be live in Fayetteville next Friday.
We'll be there.
Through the end of the season, DJ.
The whole season?
Regionals, Supers, Omaha. Whew. Arkansas facing Eli Jones today. Appreciate Jason, who sent on that he had 1 run allowed, 7 hits, 3 Ks in 4 innings against Arkansas back on April 20th, part of that doubleheader. He says, I hope they score more runs off him today. I kind of do. I kind of don't. It's almost 50-50 on whether or not people want Arkansas to win the SEC tournament. I don't think anybody wants them to go 0-2, but Let's talk to Evan right now over in Hoover on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. Evan, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hey, guys, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day here in Hoover. Thanks for having me.
We have this annual debate, Evan, about whether or not we want Arkansas to go deep and or claim an SEC tournament crown. Dave Van Horn, all he really said was he wants to use a lot of pitchers and get him some work.
Yeah, and that's always the debate, right, with these conference tournaments, especially for a team like Arkansas. You've probably secured a top 8 national seed, and you guys are right. The question is, do you want to go far and take home another trophy like they did back in 2021, or are you happy with going 0-2 and keeping Hagan off the mound for as long as you can, maybe not using Brady Tiger and Mason Molina, Gabe Gackle a lot? So it's kind of that existential question that I think at the end of the day, you want to go and win a trophy. But if you lose 2 and you go home and you're healthy for next week, that's all that really matters.
Evan, this is a radio crowd, not a TV crowd. You can't be using words like existential. Most of our listeners don't even know what that means.
Justin, you use big words all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to help our listeners out. Let's keep it basic. As far as Bybee,
I'm sweating right now.
You okay?
I think I'm prepared for a test at school or something. It's all coming back.
Well, we debated where the Mason-Dixon line was on the morning show, so we're making it easy now. Anyway, as far as Bybee going, what did Coach Van Horn talk about with Ben and the decision there?
Yeah, he said the decision was between him and Coach Hobbs, and Ben threw a couple innings this weekend. The Razorbacks actually are walking into Hoover right now, see it over by where we are in the media. But he said that Ben threw a couple good innings this weekend, and they want to get him out on the mound. The decision came down to Ben versus Brady Tigard. It gives Tigard a little bit of rest. I expect to see him at some point today, but Ben threw pretty well over the weekend against A&M. Threw about 3 or so innings and 3 hits, 3 runs, which against that offense in College Station, you'll take any day of the week. So this is a South Carolina team that has really struggled the last couple of games. They only got 1 extra base hit in the last game that they played, actually yesterday against Florida. But so against Alabama. So, you like the matchup for Ben Bybee, and you want to see him do good, especially with Cooper Doffett now hurt and will be pitching this weekend. So if Ben Bybee can give you some innings, you'll take that any day of the week. And I think it makes sense to go with Bybee and, let him give you a chance for your offense to get hot.
He's had a lot of interchangeable parts offensively, too, Evan. Did he allude to what the lineup would be? Did he get into that yesterday?
No, he didn't really talk about that much yesterday, but my guess is it's going to be very similar to what we saw over the weekend with the outfield. I think the infield's pretty set, and same with, Hudson White, Ryder Helfrich, DH catching. But I think the outfield's the big question mark. But no, he didn't talk much about that yesterday. It was more, just wanting the guys to pick up some steam and to get some guys hot here in Hoover. That's kind of the goal for when they get back to Fayetteville. But you look at the middle of the Hogs order right now, Stovall, McLaughlin, Hudson White, and Viva Loy, they're all hot at the right time, which is a good sign to see.
No doubt. Yeah, Hudson's been ridiculous, so it's been a lot of fun to see. And, again, the faith they put in Helfrich as a DH with his batting average, again, he seems to, push the right buttons at the right time, or has most of the year at least for Arkansas. Last thing I'll leave you with, I'm curious about the crowd. If you've seen many Razorback fans, and then also if you sense any negativity generally. I mean, you're a guy on social media. You know how this goes. We get a little bit of that from our callers. It's like, oh, I don't know, outside of Hagen Smith, I don't think Arkansas has got any good pitching, and, gee, they can't seem to get the timely hits. What kind of crowd are you seeing, or as far as Razorback fans, and then also what kind of negativity are you sensing, if any?
Yeah, I think crowd right here. Last night it was awesome seeing the Mississippi State Ole Miss game. There was a lot of fans there. We've run into some Razorback fans so far. I mean, it's only, barely 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's still pretty early. But, there's been a couple Razorback fans here and there. Everyone's slowly starting to pile in. Like I said, team just got here. The buses are right outside. So I expect to see a lot more Razorback fans to answer the first part of your question. But the second part, when it comes to negativity, it's tough because you do see it online, and it's something that you have to understand. And, it's the question of Hagen Smith is your obvious ace, but last weekend you're not throwing Mason Molina or Brady Tigard for your start, so there's questions with the pitching, but I think Mason Molina stepped up in a big way, and I think he needed that and to give him confidence on the mound for this week. And you can sense there is negativity out there with this pitching staff and question marks right now, because at the end of the day, for this team to be successful, they need 3-4 clutch hits a game, and that pitching staff to be top notch. But when you're going to rock game one with your game two, maybe in this case with Hagen Smith and Gabe Gackle, 2 runs should give you a win. So I think the negativity more comes from the offense and the pitching staff.
Yeah.
But it's definitely out there, and it's something that this team can't hide from, because we have been asking questions all season about this offense ever since that Missouri series early on in SEC play. And the offense. I think it'll turn around. You'd hope so. We kind of hoped it would turn around after that 9-6 win over Mississippi State 2 weeks ago. But still, that's I think where the more of the negativity comes from. But this team can't run from it because there are questions, and that will be a big thing that we'll be watching this weekend here in Hoover, and ultimately to lead into next weekend at Fayetteville in the regional.
Absolutely. Evan, thank you for the time, my friend. Appreciate it. Evan Kamikow from Pig Trail Nation, and hopefully get a report for you tomorrow talking about a big win. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, guys.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
having me.
And if Evan's looking for fans at 11 o'clock, probably should check the local watering holes. They don't start here for another hour plus. So couple hours, actually, for Arkansas. Stay tuned.
Hey, Buzz listeners, have you heard the news? Natural State Wholesale has just expanded and doubled in size, making it the ultimate warehouse wonderland. You will walk through the warehouse and be amazed by the unbeatable prices around every turn. At the warehouse, you will find wholesale pricing on everything. Come on down and meet the flooring king, Don Grisham, and see for yourself what everyone is talking about. Visit the warehouse today, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot off exit 21, or visit them online at naturalstatewholesale.com.
High school and college baseball are back. Join me, Kevin Bohannon, every Tuesday at 4:30 for Around the Horn on Drive Time Sports, sponsored by Wood Family Dealerships in Batesville.
Where the Hogs hit the hardwood. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
For AR Kids, a group looking to get the Arkansas Educational Rights Amendment on the November ballot is still collecting signatures. The amendment calls on any school receiving public funds from the LEARNS Act to have the same standards public schools currently follow. For AR Kids says it has about 25,000 signatures and believes volunteers have collected an additional 20,000 that haven't been counted yet. That's about half of what they need. The deadline is July 5th. The Little Rock School District is making some serious budget cuts. The board had to find a way to cut $15 million to make up for previous year losses. Some of the cuts are coming from the district office, others from custodial staff or paraprofessionals. The majority, though, are teacher cuts. 344 teachers are on the chopping block for next year. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
More rain and thunderstorms are likely today, and possibly still some severe weather in the middle of the day and in the evening hours. It's a 70% chance of rain today. Little Rock will have a high around 86, and a 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms tonight, and a low around 67. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK4 News meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Ready to ride? Then get to the Memorial Day celebration at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Get outdoors on your Can-Am Ryker Sport motorcycle for only $155 a month, or the Can-Am Defender Max Limited Cab in stock and ready to deliver, or hit the lake on the Sea-Doo Explorer 170 personal watercraft, and all come with special on-the-spot financing. Save thousands on remaining 2023 Can-Am and Sea-Doo models at the Memorial Day sale at all Bradford Marine and ATV locations. Offer ends June 30th, 2024. Certain restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Rock out with the only American-style sushi experience.
Rock and roll sushi.
Founded on great food and rock and roll.
Rock and roll?
Rock and roll sushi. Deliciously twisted flavors and a rock and roll vibe that'll blow your mind. You're gonna love our made-from-scratch hibachi menu. Chicken, shrimp, filet, or lobster with grilled vegetables and fried rice. Grilled to order VIP style. Rock and roll sushi for lunch or dinner. rockandrollsushi.com.
Now with 6 locations in Arkansas.
It's time to save big on Chevy Silverados at Gwatney Chevrolet. For a limited time only, get up to $12,000 off our in-stock Silverado trucks. They're reliable, powerful, and ready to take you and your family on a summer adventure. Ready to get behind the wheel? Stop by and see us at 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. We'll set you up with a test drive and help you find the Silverado you want at a price you've been dreaming of. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. All offers with approved credit.
Quality Outdoor Products in Alexander, your metal roofing superstore, has a brand new showroom. Take exit 126 off I-30 and visit with Cal about a new carport or metal building. 40-year colors are available at only $289 a foot. 20-year colors are $259 and Galvalume runs $249. Trim and accessories are always available. Take exit 126 in Alexander or call Cal at 501-455-0240 about a new carport, metal building, or metal roofing supplies.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This is the normally happy-go-lucky Craig O'Neill, and I feel terrible right now because there's something I haven't told you, and we're well into May, and you need to know. Genesis of Conway, where I have discovered the most incredible car I've ever driven, the GV70. Genesis of Conway is offering 2.9% financing during the month of May. That Genesis that you thought was out of your price range. Guess again. Genesis of Conway. You find the future of luxury today and the smartest car buy of the year.
Roger Scott here. You guys know how much I love the great outdoors. I mean, I am the naked gardener after all, and there's nothing that I love more than my very own lawn and being outside. But let's be honest, when the mosquitoes attack, it can be a real buzzkill. However, a monthly mosquito barrier from my friends at Sanders Ground Essentials can keep those skeeters away, which keeps my deck party going. Call them today at 315-9395 or on the web at sandersground.com. Sanders Ground Essentials. Let's get growing.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Richard Yeager in Little Rock or Todd Martin or Seth Boyd in Jacksonville.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
I think it's a good thing, once we get used to it, and, it might look a little different or funny to some people, but I think down the road, I don't know why we haven't been using it. There's been a World Series won and lost because of a call at first base, and kind of in my opinion, and I'm talking big league World Series, an interference call, changed game. So at least it gives the batter runner a little more of a target to run to. And if he's over there about to touch the base and he gets hit in the back, he's safe. And, it's changed many a game. And then the safety thing, there's been some bad collisions over there, some vulnerable first basemen, a lot of knees hurt and just problems. And I think down the road it should fly. I don't know why it wouldn't. Something may happen, but I don't really know what would keep it from being something that we use all the time.
Coverage of the SEC baseball tournament from Hoover, Alabama is brought to you by Sissy's Log Cabin, Oaklawn Hot Springs, and Edwards Food Giant. The Red White Report is brought to you by Southern Structural Solutions. If you need foundation repair or crawl space services, call Southern Structural Solutions at 501-581-9648 for a free quote.
Eli Jones, the starter for South Carolina, and Ben Bybee will go for Arkansas with a 2-1 record, 6.00 ERA. Winners playing the same time slot tomorrow. And the losers will play early on Thursday. Is that right? But if they win, they play in the same slot. Right? Yes. Loser game 6. Winner game 6. Oh, no. Sorry. I lied. Winner game 6 plays in the afternoon. You're out of luck. Sorry, guys. Pray for a loss, boys. You, too, can have a easy day tomorrow. Anyway, there you go. Again, we got to keep it in perspective. It's really hard not to be that excited about a win. I just want to play well. And if they, happen to lose some kind of crazy close game, it's okay. South Carolina, obviously, trying to help itself with another win after pulling one off yesterday. So, anyway, we all know Peyton Holt's been really good. All-conference performer. Dave Van Horn talking about his sort of slash guy who's done a nice job in center field.
Well, we were just hoping that, defensively in the outfield that he could make all the plays he's supposed to make. The great play, the superstar play, the over-the-head catches, and those are just a plus for us. I don't think I could have foreseen that. And, he played in the outfield over the last couple of years for us in the fall and full-time pretty much, like you said, a month and a half ago or so, just trying to get him in the lineup because he was hitting and we needed some more offense, and guys that we thought were going to hit didn't hit. And, he helped us win a lot of games there with his bat, and now the glove has helped us a little bit. And then, the bat's been pretty steady. So happy for him, and he made us better.
He has. All right, so there you go. We're going to hand it off at noon to the pregame show. Arkansas taking on South Carolina today. I don't know when exactly. I'm guessing it'll be closer to 1 than it is to 12, but we'll see what shakes out. Again,
along the baseball lines, how are they not making it a bigger deal that the top 4 favorites right now to win the College World Series are all SEC teams? The top 4.
The top 4 teams in the rankings are all out of the SEC, so that makes sense.
Well, it does kind of, but sometimes they'll pick the 6.
Sure.
But they may have an easier path, a conference tournament, whatever, get a better seed, whatever. That's amazing. A&M, Arkansas,
bizarre.
Tennessee, and Kentucky.
Yep, it's pretty crazy stuff. That's the voice of Kevin Kelley, who's here. Let's officially welcome him.
Sheridan head coach Kevin Kelley once dominated high school football in Arkansas, winning 9 state titles in 18 years at Pulaski Academy. He's now dominating the airwaves on the Zone each week. He's brought to you by Little Rock Athletic Club. Whether you love swimming, playing tennis, running, doing CrossFit, lifting weights, or playing basketball, you can do it all here. And their new pickleball facility is now open. Pursue a healthier life and play on with Little Rock Athletic Club.
Okay. Coach, baseball's a weird thing, and the baseball tournament, it's got the least value of any really tournament in America.
It
for teams like Arkansas.
No way, right? If they lose?
I don't think so.
At all.
I think Arkansas, that could be another question of the day for tomorrow, Christian. If Arkansas happens to lose, you could ask it tomorrow. If Arkansas loses today, which would be the second game, do you think they still get a national seed? Which means, again, you're not going to lose a regional host. You're going to host a regional regardless. The question becomes, if you lose a national seed, then you don't get a super regional hosting site. I think so, but if they get I don't know that they can be bounced outside the top 8, which is what you're talking about. And RPI, they're top 3, I think. And they're top 5 in all the rankings. So I would be shocked if they go 0-2 and don't stay in that position.
I wouldn't want to find out.
No, I'd rather they win a game, probably. So, yeah.
For our sake.
You guys.
Selfish.
You guys are so selfish.
I get it.
Anyway, Coach, what's going on with you? How are you?
Doing great.
Great.
Loving life. It's May, spring, getting hot. Love the hot weather.
Did you guys do spring ball yet? Are you done?
We finish tomorrow's our spring game.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you guys go to the very end of it.
Yeah, you push it back. If you've got a lot of guys that play baseball, which we do, you push it back so they got time to do their state tournament, and you still get them for as long as you can. I mean, they missed a lot of spring ball, but
your seniors are done with school. Is everybody finished? Or they got another week? Or are they done?
No, they're in semester exams right now, so that's pretty much across the state. Which most
my
schools.
My kid's last test was Thursday last week.
Yeah, most schools it's kind of hit and miss. If you've got a semester exam, if your teacher schedule, it's like college.
Yeah.
You go. If you've got one, if you don't, you don't have to.
Let me ask you about Grayson Wilson. Can we come out of the gate with that?
Sure.
As a guy who, again, I don't want to say you fought the AAA, but, I mean, there are some burdens put on private schools for whatever reasons. I mean, again, you can look at the various things that they say and the various reasons we think are actually legitimate. But you got a guy bouncing from CAC and going to a different opportunity here. obviously with the coaching change, it's a little bit of a different situation. I don't begrudge the kid, but obviously if the role was reversed and he was going from a public to private, he wouldn't be playing this year with with Arkansas waiting in the wings. So it's a unique situation. How do you think he does, and what can he prove that he hasn't already?
It's an interesting scenario. People are talking about this move. I mean, it's a big kid. It's a kid going to Arkansas. It's kind of all over. It's the public-private deal. Unfortunately, the portal thing.
There's more going on at CAC.
Unfortunately, the portal thing has bled down to high schools. These kids think that they have a portal now. So you see kids putting on Twitter, "Hey, I'm taking my talents to, across the road to wherever." You're like, "What are we doing?" And then you've got the media picking up the story, which I guess we're the media now, picking it up, and sometimes we're even going, "Wow, what a great get for." What a great get for Farmington, picking up a kid from Fayetteville. You're like, what are we doing? A great get. I mean, you say get when you're trying to get them. You're trying to recruit them. And I don't think, I know Buck James well. He's probably as close to my way of thinking in the world as anybody in the high school football as far as how to deal with kids and discipline and the way to run your program. And, I don't think he has anything to do. I think the kid looked up. He saw that they lost some kids at CAC to Maumelle. A lot of kids to Maumelle, like DJ said. And you look around and you're like, am I going to have guys on my team that can protect me a little bit and to go run and catch the ball and those kinds of things? And then the questions start lingering. Next thing you know, if you've got the opportunity to leave, that's what he's doing. I still think I don't mind the moving up in classifications. I know there's a lot of people against that. I was the first one to ask. They moved us up, and I asked to move up an extra class. And they moved us up, and we stayed up there.
You ruined it for the rest of us.
But the point being this: in the end, if you're going to let them transfer out and you're not going to let them transfer in, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's very unfair. They're already playing up if they've won by way of the publics are not playing up.
That's a good point.
So
yeah,
what do we do? I mean, we're penalizing them every way possible, whether they've done anything wrong or not.
Yeah, to me, if a kid wanted to go to PA or Christian this year, considering they've moved to 7A, what difference does it make at this point?
Right.
Anyway.
When I heard about all these kids leaving CAC, obviously I'm very connected to the school.
Are you biased?
Just a smidge. But yeah, and then I just really was thinking. Somebody asked me, would you leave, DJ, if things were different and you can transfer schools? So I that never even crossed my mind in high school. And it would be different if these kids, feel like, well, we're going to move up in classification, which I don't think CAC football is, but I know basketball is, and we want to be able to compete, maybe have a state championship. Then I may give a little bit more grace. But I don't think that's what it's about at all, because we just got through talking. They're posting these things on social media saying, just letting everyone, I want to thank everyone for my time here, and I appreciate all the love. The whole LeBron James, I'm going to take my talents to this school. I'm transferring. Stop doing that.
It is off-putting.
And I think there's this aura because they also post on social media, Justin, I'm getting looked at from this school. I'm getting looked at from this school. At this level, it doesn't matter what school you're at. You transferring to a different school is not going to make you get a college offer. At this level, if you're good, they're going to find you, and you're going to go play.
They have to find you or they lose their job.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what school you're at. If you are good, it doesn't matter where you are. Comes from a guy who played in 3A. It's just the way that it is. And so, I don't know. I
played in 2A.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
How many classifications in Missouri when you were there?
4. We had 200 people in our school.
And you go into a bigger school and a bigger conference wouldn't have changed a thing.
Well, no, I had Duke come to my school, Kentucky, Notre Dame, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri.
I was just going to say, how many 7-footers were in 2A?
None.
Well, and how hard was it to find them then? When there's no social media,
easy.
Internet.
He stands out in a crowd.
No, but you know what I'm saying. For a Duke to find
there
them,
wasn't.
They were finding. Yeah,
it's what I tell kids now. There was none of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a place you could watch film.
And they still found
we didn't even film our games.
You didn't?
No.
To DJ's point,
Wow.
they're gonna find you.
Yes.
Our games were unwatchable and they filmed them.
There wasn't even a way to find them, and they found them.
Yeah.
Coach, are there coaches? You don't have to throw anybody under the bus.
Go ahead.
But if they are telling these kids, if you transfer to my school, and
you already know the answer to this.
Should be fine.
If you transfer to my school, and we'll take money out of it, I'm going to give you a better chance to make it to college than if you stay at that school.
100%. That's what a lot of people.
If
the ones that are doing it,
Yeah.
that's what they're selling.
Well, if you're a coach out there listening, stop lying to these kids. And kids, don't listen to that lie. It's a joke.
Well, if you've already got the Division I offer you want anyway, and again, I'm not talking about specific to Grayson Wilson. I'm just saying, but if you already got the offer you want, what's the point? What are you trying to prove?
That's me too. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, could that be
I think
part-
he wants to win. I mean, his whole team left.
Yeah, could it be part of he's like,
all my guys are leaving. I want to go somewhere and win.
Well, we're going to get killed.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe so.
I mean,
Question for Coach Kelley from our D3 Auto Sales text line. What advice would you give recent graduates who want an assistant football coaching position, junior, senior high, either, but are unable to find a job for the 24-25 year?
I mean, it's the classic thing. Network, put as many feelers out as you can, talk to as many people as you can, go volunteer during the summer. Maybe somebody leaves and they pick you up. I mean, you just got to work. You got to grind.
Question here from the 870. Does DJ have Joe's wife's number?
Oh, my gosh. I do not.
Did you listen to the show yesterday?
No.
We drove by Coach Pittman's house yesterday on the boat. Thank you again to Lev Bradford. The celebration still happening through Memorial Day. If you're looking for a boat or any toys to take out on the lake, go by and see one of our local locations for Bradford Marine and ATV. But we drive by there, and I was like, DJ, why don't you get a hold of Coach and see if he wants to come out and ride around on the lake with us? And he said, hesitated, and he said, I don't have Coach's number. And I said, but you have his wife's number? He says, yes. And then I said, and then Danielle came up, and I said, you have her number? Uh-huh. What about Coach Musk? Oh, Coach Musk? No, I don't have his number. So then it got awkward, Joe.
Joe, there's always explanation, and I respect relationships. There's no doubt about it. I got a friend starting a business.
By the way, I have Dana's number, but I have Joe's number too.
You do?
So.
Yeah. I got a friend she's a sorority girl starting a business, and so I was like, it'd be awesome to get these little charcuterie, however you say it, boxes, charcuterie, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
And I
Meat
can
and
get in
cheese.
contact, talk to them. They said, oh my gosh, that's a good idea. Here's my number. You text the address, we'll get it. Sent the boxes, and they both sent messages like, wow, these are the best things ever. Thanks so much. I'm going to send it to my friends. That's why I have their number.
Joe, Rebecca's really excited that the Royals are doing well.
Yeah.
The Royals.
Wait, how are my Braves doing?
Royals
they lost to the Cubs.
The Royals won 56 games last year. 56.
That's not many.
They already
last year.
They have 31 now, I think.
32 they won last night.
Does that mean they lost 106?
106 games.
Good man. On the radio, we only hear Christian on the left speaker.
Bad.
Christian, we're having some issues.
It was so bad.
It's weird. In this headset, I put this headset on. I only hear him in my one of my headphones. It's weird.
This person from the 501. I'm not even gonna.
If they stump you, they've done something.
No, it's not that. I'm just not gonna. I need. I'm gonna say.
It's a slippery slope.
Check your facts.
It's a slippery slope. Something's a slippery slope.
Yeah, you better get over your facts there. There was some. I'm not. No. DJ, not sure if you remember, there was several of us from Oak Grove that wanted to come play for CAC during the 07-08 year. We even came to Shadow, but more of us got out of the environment of public school and wanted to get out of the environment of a public school and play for a good team. Yeah, we all want to be DJ's teammate back in the day. You know that.
I get it. Why would they want to do that? They had Darren McFadden. I mean, what are we talking about?
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, and they had all the exposure they would want in the world with the best player in the country on their team.
Well, he got to score all the touchdowns.
Is that what it was? That's why they wanted to come
he
to
got
CAC?
to score all the touchdowns.
Darren was holding them back.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The man threw a touchdown to himself, DJ. Times were tough over there then. The SEC baseball tournament just put a ghost man on second base for safety, says Savage. Clearly not a fan of the new rule. The audio problem makes Christian sound like he's in the floorboard of my car. That's kind of spooky. Yeah. The new bag is green, and it's lame. Okay, not a fan. That could have been. You know what? Let's make that a second question of the day. What do you think of the safety bag at the SEC tournament? Clearly, people are not on board. Question for Coach Kelley. What are your thoughts on the CAC QB? We just did that, actually. Thank you. You're ahead of that. A kid moves schools because they're going to get killed next season. Doesn't that build character? Does that, or put you in the hospital? One of the two.
I think they surely they mean his team losing get killed, right? Not
Yes.
physically.
Yeah, yeah. No, not literally.
For a 7A play, some of these
Right.
teams playing up 7A, they're worried their kids are going to
So
get killed.
this quarterback went to
I'm
Maumelle.
worried.
Went to Conway.
Conway. A lot of CAC guys went to Maumelle. One went to Robinson, and he went to Conway.
Now, is the rule, there used to be a rule that you had to live in the school district.
Now there's
man.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders
done with.
put into play that if you transferred before a certain date, you could basically go wherever you wanted.
I thought we had open enrollment now. You can basically do what you want.
You kind of
You
you
can go to
can
school
as
in
long as it's by certain
Fayetteville if you want.
As long as it's by a certain date, you can. And then if it's after that date, you have to get your school board to approve it to their school board, which most of them will, because you don't want to be that guy that turns them down. Everybody else will say, well, we're turning everybody down, wants to move to yours.
Although we've seen it happen.
Right.
Nick Smith, anyone?
So, that's where we are in the world.
That is. You look phenomenal. I don't know. I have to ask them. You sound good to us.
Looks like a golfer today.
Why the safety bag, says the guy from California. I don't know. It's just what they decided to do. Coach Van Horn talked about it, and he's a favor of it, so I'm in favor of it. Dave Van Horn likes it. He's forgotten more about baseball than I've ever known. I'll go with it. It's 11:24, and Ryan hung up on us. I was going to take his call. Sorry, Ryan. I do want to remind you, if you are listening to us, please text in and let us know if Christian sounds better. Christian, tell him how good you sound. You smell good. But if you are out and about, make sure you buckle up, please. Safety belts save lives, and it could be your life. It's the most important one to me, other than my own. I want you to be listening, because here's the thing. You can't listen to the show if you're not around. So please be safe out there and buckle up, and just don't drive anywhere unless, people are all buckled up on your car. It's a mandate in my world. Remember when we were kids, Coach? You didn't have to buckle up. Did you wear a seatbelt when you were a kid in the back seat of the car?
I stood in the front seat of a truck with no seatbelt.
Thank you. Those are the old days.
It was a human projectile.
We are lucky. We used to ride around the back of pickups all the time, too. We were so lucky to be
We'd
alive.
drive to Colorado to see our grandparents. We'd, in a station wagon, would
everybody in the back
sleep in the back.
One of my 9 lives, I was in the back of a truck going down Highway 270, fell out of the back of the truck because I was sitting in a chair. Landed on my head on the side of the highway.
And?
Had to go to the hospital, but I lived.
No.
He's 10% smarter now.
No, I mean, that's you should. I should be.
Yeah.
dead.
Anyway, bottom line
it
is,
all makes sense now.
Yeah. You don't want to get a ticket, and you certainly don't want to be dead. So buckle up out there, folks.
It's all coming together.
It's for your own safety.
Now, 40 years later, I see why. Yeah.
The Arkansas Highway Safety Office wants you to know that they're going to be watching for you. But as DJ has said, they don't want to give you a ticket, but they will. They will oblige you if you ask nicely by not wearing your seatbelt. Just there you go. Just want to let you know that he does sound like he's in a can underneath a table in a closet and only coming out of one speaker. All right, Christian, I don't know that we're making the kind of progress we want. Welcome to the Zone. What's your name? You're on the air.
Hey, this is Mizzou Maniac. What's up, guys?
Mizzou Maniac!
Oh, we got a chance to meet him in person. Yeah, it's a cool dude.
What's up?
Hey, I'm a good guy, thanks.
Yeah, it turns out we met him in person at a Travis game. Nice dude. Mizzou Maniac?
Justin.
Sorry, go ahead. You broke up. What happened?
Dude. Oh, hold on.
Hey, do you want Missouri to win the SEC tournament? Hey, Mizzou Maniac.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you want Missouri to win the SEC baseball tournament?
No, I don't care about baseball.
Okay, good. Well, they're not in it, so don't worry about it. Go ahead. What do you got?
Hey, man, when I met you in person, dude, who's your trainer, dude? You look like a stinking linebacker.
That's what he's got solid arms, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I was impressed. But...
The only way my linebackers would be playing a 6 foot and under football league. But okay, thanks.
Well, hey, guys. I live in Conway, so I know a few people on or a few parents on the their kid plays for Conway, and we're just in a different day. And back whenever I was in school and in Missouri, it was like we all played with our buddies on the playground. You know what I mean? And so we would grow up playing with one another, and that would translate into the high school game. Whether it was football or 2-a-days in summer football or basketball. And so we would never leave our buddies. We're never, you know what I mean? And so the camaraderie's gone in that sense. You guys kind of feel that way?
I agree.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I remember growing up in middle school. Who you went to elementary with, we all couldn't wait to go to the same school for middle school and high school.
I had one school.
You had one school? Joe had no option. They all went to the same school.
Kindergarten to senior year, same building.
Well,
I was playing there whether Joe, I liked it or not.
Hey, and Joe,
yeah.
you're familiar with Mexico, Missouri.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I went to Norm Stewart's Tiger basketball camp at Mexico Military
And that's
Academy.
why Joe did not attend Missouri. Had such a good experience.
you can, Joe, I want to say it was the 96 through 97, 98. They had a few players.
Oh, yeah.
Lefty named Thompson. There was a stud, but they also had a dude named Cookie Belcher.
Listen,
went to
Mizzou Maniac, I love you. I love you. We only got a 2-hour show today, so I don't have time to walk down memory lane from stuff that happened in high school in Missouri.
All I want to say is,
Go ahead.
These guys played on the playground with one another.
Yes.
They weren't transferring to prep schools and this school or that
Darn
school.
right.
And, they were playing every summer together in their hometown.
Fair
That's
point.
the way it was.
Mizzou Maniac, I love you.
I'm just making a comment. Those days are gone.
Appreciate you. Up to May 1st, school choice. May 1st, July 1st, board-to-board transfer. After July 1, you got to sit out for the year. Thank you for the heads up from the 501. We got smart listeners, man.
Yeah, we do. All right, y'all, we are tight on time. About to go ahead and head to a quick break. But before that, I got to tell you about my friends at Bell Chevrolet. They want me to remind you, if you're ready to go green without sacrificing any power or style, well, they got you covered. They're going to revolutionize your drive, leading the charge to a cleaner and greener future. They have the Volt, the Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, all available in EV. Now, time to talk about switching to EV. And when it comes to the bump or car or scratch that you have in your car right now, they got you covered as well. We got severe weather coming in, maybe some hail damage. They want to make sure you can head on over to Bell Chevrolet's Collision Centers. They got 2 locations, one downtown, the other is in Chenal, the same place where the dealership is in Chenal. They're all about fixing it up. Any make or model, it doesn't matter. They're going to make it look brand new. They're going to give your car the TLC it desires, and they're going to make it perfect. They are obsessed with the details, even the little ones. Make sure when you go by, just let them know DJ sent you, and they're going to make sure your car leaves sparkling and running like a dream. Go check out my friends at Bell Chevrolet.
This person says even the SEC realizes their tournament's meaningless and making sure nobody gets injured to miss the real postseason. I also had a guy hit us up on the True Service Community Federal Credit Union live fan feedback, and he said there's more collisions there than you realize. So he said I think he's a coach of a junior. He says, he played first base for 9 years. I'm for the double bags. There's a lot more contact that happens there than you realize. We had them in high school. I mean, I grew up playing on double bags, so I didn't think it may be sissified for some people, but I'm all for safety first. And again, at first base, I don't think the impact.
Does it change anything?
There's no negative impact.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not a big deal. Anyway, 11:30.
Watching all the brothers on the basketball court. Going to the movies with your homegirls crew while a businessman in suits be hawking you.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis. In Arkansas, if you're looking for the ultimate spot to kick back, enjoy great food, and catch all the action, look no further than Brewskis, with 2 locations, downtown Little Rock and North Little Rock. Opens at 11 a.m. You can grab lunch, midday escape, or an evening out. And the best happy hour specials in town, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and extended on Friday. Every night we got something to do for entertainment. Trivia, karaoke, poker nights, and our resident DJ, J.J. Wilson, spinning every weekend. Brewskis, you home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
This is SportsCenter.
A Game 1 thriller in the Eastern Conference Finals last night between Boston and Indiana. It was the Celtics rallying and taking out the Pacers in Game 1, 133-128. Jason Tatum, 36 points and 12 rebounds, including 10 points in overtime to help the Celtics get the win. Jaylen Brown had 26, including the game-tying 3 in regulation. Coming up tonight, game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves, 7:30. You can catch that one on TNT. The Timberwolves are a 4-point favorite. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Presented by Gary Hill with MSS Oil Splash Car Wash. There hasn't been an oil man specialist like this since Who Shot JR. Call Gary Hill with MSS Oil at 501-200-7089.
Bradford Marine and ATV's Memorial Day celebration is here. Hit the lake today in the Ranger RT 188P bass boat with 115 horsepower Mercury and $3,500 in discounts, or step up to the Ranger Z520R with 250 horsepower Mercury with discounts over $10,000. Family fun awaits with the Ranger Riata Pontoon 223C with savings of over $6,000. Don't miss the Memorial Day sale now at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Your authorized Ranger dealer.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Y'all, there's a cruise ship in Foxcroft in the heart of Little Rock. Okay, it's the Little Rock Racket Club, but like a cruise ship, it's full of activities for the whole family, beginning with 3 swimming pools, including that scenic 50-meter lap pool, and then everything from pickleball to polo, as long as it's preceded by Marco. During May, 40% off the joining fee. Call Mavis or Amy, 501-225-5711. The Little Rock Racket Club, with more smiles per gallon.
Connor has cash. Once again, Connor has cash at the Pickles Gap Weapon Shack in Conway. Connor will buy your used weapon, or he will buy your entire collection. Once again, Connor has cash, and he wants to buy your used weapons at the Pickles Gap Weapon Shack, Highway 65 North in Conway.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Or X if you're a nerd.
Nerd alert.
Now, let's get back into The Zone.
All right, it's 11:34. James Miller is hanging out in Jacksonville, and James about to get a free car wash at some point today here, it looks like, with the pending rain. What's going on out in Jacksonville?
It's just another beautiful day in downtown Jacksonville, Justin. You know how it is. It's never a dull day in Jacksonville.
So what kind of deals are we talking about today? Yesterday we were talking about trying to tow boats. How many vehicles do you think that would tow a boat? Definitely Silverados. Tahoes, yes. Suburban, yes. Could I tow a boat with a Blazer? I would think so, yeah?
Yeah, you could. You sure could. You could tow Blazer, Traversal, full of boat. There's not many in our lineup that won't pull a boat and get you where you want to go for sure. You know, there's so much diversity in the bow tie brand. You know, we talk about the Chevrolet bow tie and what it means to America and how long the history is that. I mean, you go back to Camaros and Novas and Caprices and, you know, Chevelles. I mean, it's just a long history. Of course, the classics like the Bel Air and then the old Silverado truck. Chevrolet is just kind of woven into our fabric. I mean, everything that you could scoop up around the dirt pretty much anywhere in America, and I would tell you that's exactly what it is. We're kind of the dirt of America, Justin. We've been here the whole time, and you know, we've got some unbelievable deals for Memorial Day. So you can come and rock your proud bow tie this weekend, all through the end of the month, up to $12,000 off Silverados. We got used cars starting at $8,000 and no payment for 90 days. Just a lot of incredible deals across the lot. Memorial Day is one of our biggest sales of the entire year, so you don't want to miss that. If you haven't had an opportunity to experience shopping on Memorial Day, there's deals everywhere, and Gwatney Chevrolet is definitely going to lead the board on them.
Buddy, I know this. That's the way to spend money. Go get a deal over at Gwatney. On a Monday, save some money with James Miller and Company. GwatneyChevrolet.com. All you got to do is go to Jacksonville. Just make the short little trip over there. James, I appreciate you. Have a great Memorial Day. You know I'm going to be off the next couple, but you guys enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good, Justin. Thanks.
All right, see you, brother. All right, couple things. LSU leading Kentucky right now, the number 2 team in America, 2-0 in the top of the 7th. LSU scoring an upset yesterday, so they have no designs on going home early, and Kentucky could lose its first game, and I'm pretty sure Kentucky is not going to lose a national seed either. So just letting you know. Virginia, a team that is squarely in the South, playing Georgia Tech today. They lead them 10-0. Virginia's ranked 16th in the country. So that's that. All right, about time for entertainment. Before we do that, Coach, I want to talk about pickleball and then what to do after pickleball if you need a bite to eat. You go over and see Joe. first things first. What's happening over at the L-Rack?
Joe Kleine.
Joe Kleine.
So you go work it all off, get you some barbecue.
Right.
Yeah.
By
No,
the
I
way-
mean, if you want to play pickle, my wife went to the athletic club for the pool the day before yesterday. Came back in a better mood than I've seen her in a long time. So it's not just about getting in shape or going to the pool or getting a suntan or playing pickleball or playing tennis. Hey, you send them and they come back happier. The world's a better place. But no, it's awesome. The pickleball's good, indoor, outdoor, everything there. But don't forget the cold plunge, the rehab stuff, the restaurant they have in there is good. Everything in there is good, and the service is great. 40% off through the month of May still in the initiation, the joining fee, and that's all you could ask for. The world's a good place, and you need to be there, and it's good people, and they've got something for your kids. Go drop your kids off, get your workout in, get your pickleball in. Go get you something to eat. It's a one-stop shop.
LRAC.com. By the way, LSU, thank you, Trey, just hit a Grand Slam home run. They now lead 6-0 over Kentucky. Joe,
Ball game over.
Corky's today on a Wednesday. What's happening? Wing day?
Oh, yeah. Got
Wing
some
Wednesday.
Wings. Got some 75-cent wings.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Got happy hour. Got great happy hour all day long. And then, again, Memorial Day is coming. If you don't feel like cooking it yourself or you want to, it's a long weekend, you need something, man, give us a call, man. We'll box it up, have it at the drive-thru for you. We can deliver it. We have bulk delivery. I took a delivery the other day.
Where'd you take it?
Yeah.
To Lake
Cajon?
DeGray.
Oh, Lake.
Wow.
You went to Arkadelphia? Wow. That's a haul, Joe.
Do what you got to do.
They wanted it.
Yeah.
So
they got it.
We got it to them.
Yeah.
So we'll get it to you how you want it, but our drive-thru, our pickup is easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and got great deals on catering, bulk ordering, have more than barbecue. Just give us a call or go to corkysarkansas.com. There's a full menu there of both stores, Little Rock and North Little Rock, and we can do it for you at a better price than anybody else, and it's great food. So give us a call.
This person says, I should be working, but I'm watching LSU versus Kentucky, and I've decided I hate Tommy White. I mean, he's good, but he knows he's good, strutting around like a banty rooster. Get a haircut, you bum, and graduate already. Okay, then. Very nice. Wow. We've got 20 minutes left. By the way, because this game is moving along, as long as LSU will quit scoring runs, for goodness sakes, looks like Arkansas will be in pretty good shape to start not too deep into the 12 o'clock hour. I don't know if they're doing 30 minutes between games or what, but anyway.
We're not doing birthdays today?
I'm about to get to it.
Oh.
It is a terrible birthday day.
Oh.
We're going to do entertainment, though.
Okay.
Entertainment Report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
I know a lot of people who are very cocky, who think they're really, really great, and they're really not. But they will tell you all day about how great they are, even though they're not all that awesome.
Name one off the top of your head.
I can't do it, but I've worked with people like this.
Yeah.
I've been friends with people
Why do you
like
keep
this.
looking around the room at us?
There's nobody in attendance. Nobody in attendance. You guys are all the definition of greatness. The four of you are all phenomenal at the things that you do or have done in your prime.
That's the nicest thing
A
anybody's
few
ever
minutes
said
ago.
to all of us.
You're all excellent at what you do, but not
Well,
everybody
thanks,
is.
Thanks, I knew that.
But there's nothing grosser than somebody who is who's like, I am so awesome. But there's nothing cooler than somebody who is incredible who says, it's nothing special. Nothing cooler than that to me. That's why I want to bring up to you a guy named Billy Joel. Maybe you've heard of him?
Heard of him.
He's sung a song or two, DJ. I bet you could play a couple of his tunes.
I can.
Can you play piano, man?
I can.
Love that song. Well, he was in an interview. I don't know if this is old or new, but I saw this interview, and I asked Christian to grab the audio. Was it that far back? I'd never seen it before. But it really resonated with me, and I was like, man, I wish there were more people like freaking Billy Joel, because he's cool, and he does cool stuff, and he says cool things. Like, well, this. Let me cue his music up, because I feel like he deserves it, There we go. That's right, DJ. Hum it if you know it.
This is it. What a song.
You're one of the biggest stars in the music business. Why do you think you've been so successful?
Well, I have a theory, and I've said it before, and it sounds a little like false humility, but I think I know how to do what I'm supposed to do. I know how to write music. I know how to write lyrics. It may not be the greatest thing since Shakespeare, but I know how to do it. I know how to play the piano. I know how to perform on a stage. I know how to record. I know how to work with musicians. I know how to do the gig. I actually just feel that I'm competent. I'm a very harsh critic of my own work. And I sometimes will look at what I've done after I've finished recording something and say, okay, fine, that's about as good as I'm going to get. And I'll never really be 100% satisfied, but I'll feel like I've done the best I could. And I say, okay, that's all right. At least it's competent. And when you're competent and you live in an age where there's a lot of incompetence, it makes you appear extraordinary. That's my theory. I think that's a good part of it.
So he's saying he's good because other people don't think that they're good?
He's saying he's good because there's a lot of people who aren't that good.
Aren't that good. And I
That's a
believe
very-
that's true in everything.
It's very humble. That's why this show stands out at the buzz. It's not that we're great. It's just that.
So you just need to do what you know. All right? That's what it sounds like.
He's pretty special. He's pretty special. He's poor-mouthing himself a bit, I think.
He's special.
He's a little better than competent.
I think so too, Joe. Mm-hmm. I've seen him in so many different interviews and so many different settings. I really believe that he does still have some humble to him, considering he's probably, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars he's worth. But
what he said was perfect. To me, in every avenue, you go look, whatever. Go look at President of the United States. When we've got one, we're like, golly, he's really, really good. Until the next 5, you might be like, God, he wasn't that good. Or you go, this guy's not any good, till you go 5 later, and you go, maybe he was really good. It's judged on the competence or hierarchy of skills that the people in your same area have.
Right. That's right.
And I think what he said is perfect.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people we recognize as tremendous or great are great or tremendous because they're just better than everybody else in their area. So that's the scale you have to work with.
It's not like Joe's measuring himself against me as a center in basketball. That wouldn't really be very reasonable now, would it?
Oh!
It's all right.
Did you dunk on him?
Yeah, I averaged 31 a game and 20 rebounds. You all right with that, Christian? You okay? All right.
Any assist? That's the real thing these
Coming
days.
from the bottom of your car.
There's no assist.
Stereos.
Just climb back in the trunk and be quiet.
They call Joe the black hole. Once the ball went in, it was not coming back out.
Honey,
I was told to shoot it.
Honey, I saw something I'd never seen before. Joe punched Christian right in the mouth. Neatest thing ever. Okay, listen. We've got what to give away today, Christian. Want to do some Brit Floyd tickets? I love Turnpike Troubadours. All right, very good. Turnpike Troubadour tickets, 661-1037. It ain't going to take long because we've only got a couple. Line them up, 661-1037.
Good, so I can't get beat bad.
So
True.
what's the name of them? Turnpike Troubadours. I've never
They
heard
just
of them.
played here
but
year
I heard,
ago,
I hear
2
the,
years ago.
I hear the commercial, and it sounds like it's really good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. They played with, I want to say they played with the Ava brothers last time they were here. Anyway, 661-1037. I will tell you, I got a couple of interesting things here from history before we delve deep into birthdays and hit our final break. On this day in 1849, the only U.S. president ever to receive a patent earned his.
Benjamin Franklin.
Abraham Lincoln.
Is not
I was
a
going to
president.
say Andrew Johnson, Abraham.
A device to lift a boat over shoals and obstructions, according to my information. That's interesting.
That is.
You think he'd be a little busy with some other things.
Guess not.
1985, on this day, A View to a Kill, the 14th James Bond film, the last to star Roger Moore, premiered in San Francisco. It also had Christopher Walken in it, which made it the best. Huh?
You like him now?
It's the 14th and the last for Roger Moore. View to a Kill.
How many Bond films are there?
20-something.
Guy showed me a Rolex watch, James Bond edition, yesterday.
Yeah.
It was worth $175,000.
That's a lot.
I could, like,
All right,
buy
we've got
my
our
house.
players. I've
He
only
showed
got
you a picture on his phone, or?
No, he showed it to me.
I only have 2
Did you
birthdays.
take it and run?
I was like, look over there.
I don't remember this, but in 1990 on this day, Deion Sanders got in a dispute with Carlton Fisk. Apparently Carlton, who played for the White Sox, was mad that Deion, who played for the Yankees, had not run out a ground ball or a fly ball, whatever it was, on the previous at-bat, and they kind of got into it a little bit and had to be separated, benches cleared, the whole thing. You ever tell a young player, hey, we don't do that in this league?
Absolutely.
That's what I figured. It's because you're a great pro, Joe.
Got to keep the league like it's supposed to be.
DJ, Kevin Kelley, Christian Weaver, Joe Kleine, right?
Boom, 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 boom.
There's only two. Really two. I'm not joking. I do want to wish a happy birthday to my buddy Craig, who I think is listening.
32.
He's turning 50 on Monday. Old.
50.
Good.
50.
Good coach.
50.
Happy birthday to Chuck.
This guy's not a professional tennis player. He is, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anthony with DJ, Zach with Coach, not your son. Brad with Christian, Lance with Joe Kleine, and you are?
Thank you.
This guy's not a tennis player. He is the tennis player.
Peter Federer.
You all blew it.
You heard Federer.
Jokic.
Oh.
Jokic. I'll let it go.
I would say Rogers.
Yeah, I'm thinking basketball. Yes, I'm on the board. Hey, I'm faking an injury. I'm out. I'm leading.
Rogers.
I'm just kidding.
How old's Novak? Has the record for the most Grand Slams in men's. He's got 98 singles titles, and they kept him out of a couple titles because of the COVID deal. How old is he, DJ?
38.
No.
34.
No. Yes. This former NFL wide receiver attended Kent State.
Edelman.
Julian Edelman.
Kevin Kelley.
Now
correct.
we just use last names?
Yes. We've always said
If you
last
said
name.
how many
Jones
I've
or
lost?
Williams, would be different, but Edelman's pretty unique. Okay, bonus point, Coach, if you can tell me where he started his career.
A JUCO in California.
What's it called?
Freak.
Yeah,
Not correct. How old is Julian Edelman today, Coach?
Let's say Cal Riverside. Julian Edelman today is...
No. What were you on, Coach?
37.
No. No.
39.
No.
38.
5. Correct, sir.
He's the same age as Sean McVay.
So we have a tie.
played against each other.
Three
Who's
players
got
with 2
3?
apiece.
Oh, I've got 2.
All right. Let's see how well we listened today, kids.
Was this before or after I got here?
Billy Joel.
I literally just talked about it.
Billy Joel.
Abraham Lincoln
Abraham Lincoln.
received a patent. The only
Most
president
went
to
over
do
his
so.
shoulder.
In what year?
1849.
1849. He could carry a boat on his head.
1849 is correct. Zach?
I won.
Zach?
You won! Yes!
Congratulations, Coach. See, it was worth hanging out a little
This is
extra.
the third greatest day of my life, besides the other 2 times I won in the last year and a half.
What about when your children were born? The day you were married?
Okay, those
One
were
of your
pretty
19
good.
titles.
Those were pretty good.
Okay.
How about the day your wife came home from the pool?
This is harder, though. This is. Those happen a lot, Joe. Those happen a lot.
Oh.
This is. It's
Baby,
hard
that vitamin D.
This is the hardest thing to win I've ever been a part of. This.
Harder than a
Against-
state championship?
This is
Yes,
tough. It's
against
tough.
you
That's
people.
pretty obvious.
It's tough.
It's hard. I got the
tough.
human computer over here.
Yeah, he
I got
is.
the all-knowing over here.
That's true.
I do have
I'm
Joe.
just, I was just appreciative that I knew who we were talking about.
I usually can compete
I
with
knew
Joe.
the people.
All right, we must hit a break.
I'm living on a high note.
Coach, thank you. Appreciate you. We got to hit a timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up on the other side. We're handing it off to Arkansas at noon. Boat weather is here, folks. And our friends at Max Prairie Wings have got everything you need, motors and marine service, all of it. They're your local Tohatsu outboard dealer, affordably priced and backed by a 5-year warranty. If you're in the market, Max is here to help. Max offers competitive prices. They offer in-house financing and a great service center. And, yes, they have certified Tohatsu technicians for any issues you have. Fishing rods to guns, casual summer clothing. Listen to me again. I will tell you, if it's to go outside, they got some cool stuff. Get over there to Max and get your playing on, folks. Also, a great place to pick up great graduation gifts, whether you got a hunter in the family or not, or a hunter in the friend group or not, or whether Joe sends you a graduation announcement or not. Go by and get them something nice at Max. You can buy it online if you're lazy like me. MaxPW.com.
And I gave my little Bessie hay. And she tore it up and threw it in my face.
So the Monticello Chamber of Commerce calls me and says, hey, we'd like to have Craig O'Neill come down and speak at our annual Academic Excellence Luncheon for Drew County high schoolers. So I'm driving down there in my Genesis GV70, and an hour into the trip, I get a back massage from the car. Just when I thought that Genesis couldn't get any more incredible. And at Genesis of Conway, they can get you into a GV70 EV for as low as $499 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury is now.
Let me tell you about my friends Carl and Karen. This place is sus. Let's go to Tunica. And so they did. And immediately, They became winners.
Hey, baby, what you doing?
Winning. Hey, baby, what you doing?
Winning.
And not just gaming either. They did spa.
Winning.
Dancing. Or at the sports book.
Winning!
Or enjoying a world-renowned meal.
Winning!
No matter what you're doing in Tunica, you're always a winner. Learn more at tunicatravel.com.
Boating and fishing season is in full swing. One of America's top center console boats is now available right here in Arkansas at Gregor Marine in Hot Springs. Regulator Marine is one of the finest center consoles in the world. Feel the difference quality makes. Schedule your Regulator sea trial today. Check out the boats at regulatormarine.com and in person locally at Gregor Marine, 4903 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Call Gregor Marine at 501-525-1818. That's 501-525-1818.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
It's time to save big on Chevy Silverados at Gwatney Chevrolet. For a limited time only, get up to $12,000 off our in-stock Silverado trucks. They're reliable, powerful, and ready to take you and your family on a summer adventure. Ready to get behind the wheel? Stop by and see us at 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. We'll set you up with a test drive and help you find the Silverado you want at a price you've been dreaming of. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. All offers with approved credit.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Jeremiah Matthews in Little Rock, Justin Sollers in North Little Rock, or Michael Ludwig in Greenbrier today.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or X if you're a nerd. Now, let's get back into The Zone.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
We wrapping it. Just 5 more minutes, and then we're going to hand it off to the University of Arkansas broadcast. Looks like we're only going to go, actually, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, or 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Anyway, Joe, you know I love you, but I got to mention our friends over at Cash, and I know you probably appreciate your time when you're over there as well. Cash in downtown Little Rock, they have free valet parking. Parking's a little hard to come by. You know, Joe, you go to your place, got a big parking lot. Downtown, a little harder to come by. So Cash takes care of the valet parking for you, and they've got great food for lunch and dinner and special events. They've got a great big space upstairs, and DJ now owes me lunch and my appetizer. So we need to get to it.
It was just both a dinner.
No. The appetizer, you lost that bet, and then you lost the bet on the book.
Yeah. Oh, the book was lunch. I mean, lunch is fine.
We shook on it.
I was gonna say dinner.
I'll take dinner.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, we'll do it all in one fell swoop.
Okay. I get the app. No drinks, though.
No, I'll buy my own drinks.
All right, good.
I'll buy all our drinks. How about that?
No, you don't have to do that.
Anyway, go by and see our friends at Cash. It is in downtown. Everything from filet mignon to pizza and everywhere in between. And also for special events, 501-850-0265. Yes, sir. Did you have something, Christian? I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you said something. Yes, I'm going on vacation tomorrow and Friday.
Good for you.
And I'm going to be on vacation on Tuesday. And we're all off on Monday because it's Memorial Day.
Okay.
So, again, to all those who we will be honoring on Monday, hopefully in the proper fashion, I hope everybody listening is going to do the same. So we remember those who have fallen on Memorial Day. It's an important day. Also, as far as my time off is concerned, I really appreciate the listeners indulging me. And anybody else listening.
What are they doing?
Just that I'm, going to be off. And
okay.
I mean, some people count on me being here. Being here. And some people probably are happy when I'm gone, and that's fine, too. For those of you, you're welcome. But the bottom line is we go about 6-7 months a year. We hardly take any time off at all, if any, unless we have to. And so this is the time. And my buddy's turning 50, and he's only going to do it once. So we're going to go to New Orleans, and we're going to have a good time. And for anybody who has a problem with it, I'm sorry. As the great Jim Rome often says, I take a lot of vacation because I get a lot of vacation. And by the way, I'll be working on my vacation like I always am. So if you need me, just let me know, fellas.
I joke whenever you're gone saying Justin's gone again, but I honestly don't care. I really don't. It doesn't keep me up at night. I'm not on my way here to work like, oh, God, I hate that guy.
You don't care or you prefer it?
What do you...
Whoa, big pause. You see this?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't work here, but it bothers the hell out of me.
You can't stand it, huh, Joe?
I'll tell you what.
Stress you out.
I'll tell you what, Joe. Tomorrow, when I land, I will call you, and I will do a 3-hour show for you on my phone.
Thank you.
Okay?
I want an itinerary. What's going on? What you're doing?
It's going to start and end with vodka. I can tell you that right now. There may be an oyster squeezed in between. Update from the SEC tournament while we wrap things up and hand it off to Arkansas. It's 7-zip. Tigers over Cats. It's the end of the world, Kentucky. Your season's over. Just remember that if Arkansas has issues with the Gamecocks today. Good luck to them. Thank you, fellas. And adios, amigos.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis. Join us every Tuesday at our downtown location for Trivia Night, where tacos meet trivia. Authentic street tacos, delicious margaritas,